So, an appraisal or an appraisal report is a document submitted by a real estate appraiser that gives the opinion of value of the fair market value of the subject property. So, you have to get an appraisal when you're purchasing a home, residential real estate, 1 to 4 units. Um, to protect you as the buyer. Okay, so it 100% protects you to make sure that the home you're purchasing is worth the agreed upon purchase price between that you and the seller have agreed upon. So what they do for an appraisal is the appraiser will look at the comparable properties that have sold within the last 3 to 6 months in a close enough vicinity to come up with the actual opinion of value. So they look at comparable properties, for example, that have similar style of home, similar number of bathrooms and bedrooms, and so on and so forth. So again, they'll go and use this kind of cost approach to go ahead and see what the actual true market value of the home is. So once they actually go ahead and create this opinion of value, a couple things could happen. Now, the opinion of value or the appraised value of the home could come in below the agreed upon purchase price, at the purchase price, or above the purchase price. So, what happens if the opinion of value or the appraisal comes in below the purchase price? Well, what happens is you have to actually renegotiate with the seller to go ahead and either reduce the purchase price by the full amount or by some amount, and then you as the buyer would have to come up with the difference. So you can't ever purchase an asset like real estate for less than what it's worth. You would actually have to meet the difference. So for example, if the home came in at 200,000 and the appraised value came at 190, then someone has to make up that $10,000 difference. Okay. If it comes in at value, obviously nothing changes. But if the opinion of value, the appraised value comes in above the purchase price, you as the buyer walk in with instant equity. So again, $200,000 purchase price, the appraised value is $210,000. Then you walk in with $10,000 worth of equity, and you didn't even have to do anything else. So actually obtaining the appraisal, what happens here is, so we as the lender have no affiliation with the appraiser whatsoever. We don't have any contact information. It's a non-arm's length transaction. So we have to go through what's called an Appraisal Management Company, an AMC, okay, a third party that goes ahead and orders the appraisal, schedules, and actually retrieves the report for us. So we go through them. They have a list of appraisers that they'll choose through to go ahead and pick for that wherever the specific subject property is located. Like I said, schedule it, actually get the inspection out there, and then get the report back to us as the lender, and then we convey that information back to the buyer. So other things that the appraiser is looking for, other than just the value of the home, they're also looking for if the home needs any repairs, or if it meets certain guidelines, for example, VA, USDA, FHA, and conventional guidelines. So the appraiser is making sure that the overall structure of the home, the composure of the home, the safety of the home is all up to code. It's different than a home inspection. Home inspection is really more so to make sure everything is up to the actual safety of the home and everything. The appraiser is really just more so checking the guidelines to make sure that it's that everything is correct with FHA conventional and stuff like that. So that's also something that they're looking for. But if you have any other questions about appraisals, or if you'd like to know how much your home is worth, I would definitely, as a seller, talk to a real estate agent, have them run some comparables for you, get a good idea of what your home is going to be worth. Okay, so.